Hey. So, if you guys. My name's Liam. I actually went to a DeMarco concert on Friday night. It's now Sunday. So, I want to talk about one of the themes I picked up from DeMarco as a person. If you don't know DeMarco, he's a musician and he makes really, what would you call it? I guess he's an indie artist. I don't know. I'll put up a picture of him, maybe. But ever since I was a young one, an infant, I've enjoyed his music. I think it's been probably since I was a freshman in high school. I probably heard Chamber of Reflection or something. And since then, I've really enjoyed it. And now I'm 20, I still love his music, and I got the opportunity to go to his concert. And he's always been a mystery. I've seen videos of him on stage where he does this weird stuff. He was kind of twerking while we were there, doing this weird dance. He came out with these garden gloves on and was doing these weird hand motions, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then he would talk into the mic and be like, Baltimore, and do a lot of random stuff that I feel like could weird people out, and a lot of people probably don't understand, but all he's doing is just letting himself be free up there. And I don't know if he's been like that his entire career, but what I really admire is he's massively successful. He's got 20 million monthly listeners on Spotify. But here's what's funny. DeMarco has no social media. He deleted Instagram, deleted TikTok. I saw in an interview with Emma Chamberlain that he did that. And I had to watch an interview with him. Right after the concert, I was like, I need to see an interview because I need to understand this guy's personality. Because to me right now, I cannot even imagine what this guy is like. And I thought it was cool that it seemed like when he was on stage, he was surprised that people love his music that much, which I think is cool. It's so evident that he made the music completely for himself and people ended up liking it. And that's consistent with the clothes he wears as well. He just dresses in the most regular dude clothes ever. He got a mustache, regular kind of hair, or he cuts it, and then he wears a hat and Vans. But you can tell he's a really authentic guy, which I think the lesson I've drawn is that that's why people love DeMarco. He's completely authentic. And that's why I started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel as an opportunity to be authentic because I think that if you're able to share your authenticity through some medium, which for me and most people really, it's going to be social media. And I wanted to get on YouTube, and I think I have a unique skill set, which everyone has a unique skill set that can be shared on YouTube. But I think everyone else have one that can help a lot of people. I think I can help people get in shape. I think I read a lot of books. I can help people save time, not have to read the book and just give them the information and lessons that I learn. I think that I'm kind of a nerd at heart, or I've morphed myself into one. And so I feel like my place in the world is to do the heavy lifting and the learning and then share what I learn for people so they don't have to spend the time doing it. And they can just pick up some of the lessons and make their life better. And so when I was watching DeMarco, yes, I was enjoying the music, but I was almost drawing a bunch of connections in my brain and thinking, okay, this guy's had a massive impact on my life. How can I impact people the same way? How can I inspire people? How can I change people's lives simply by doing what I like to do? And I'm doing that. But in the interview with DeMarco and Emma Chamberlain, DeMarco used to have social media, and he had a million followers on Instagram, which isn't crazy, but obviously that's enough to pay the bills per se. And one thing he brought up was if it weren't for those platforms, which now he's transcended, he doesn't need them anymore. He can distance himself from all the fake social media stuff. As much as social media is toxic, he needed social media to get his music out there. It's a necessary evil. So my thought process is, yes, I can remain completely authentic. I could have kept filming on my phone. I could have kept just doing no effort. But at some point, you need to almost use these necessary evils to get to the top, get to where you need to be, get your name out there, have that one video that pops off, and utilize these things that are not completely authentic so that you can be fully authentic later on. So I noticed myself, I'm trying to play the algorithm game a little bit. I try to upgrade my thumbnails. I try to optimize my titles. Whereas if I was completely authentic, like Mac DeMarco now is, where he released an album called One Wayne G with 180 songs. Some of them are just completely instrumental randomness, and all of the songs are titled by number. No other artist is doing stuff like that and still maintaining their fame. I think there comes a point where the beginning of the journey, you have to do these things that are not congruent with complete authenticity. So for me, I'm gotta do reaction videos, for example. So if I do a reaction video, I can utilize someone else's fame and get clicks off of it so that people can see the value of my content. So I'm writing up a video right now where I'm going to talk about this guy, Brez. Brez is this young money guy who has made millions online. He kind of flashy lifestyle. And so I'm going to dive into his content and just talk about something. I don't know. You'll have to stay tuned for that. But the point is, I'm going to use Brez's name, and people already like Brez. So I can almost jump on the Brez train, and then everyone will see the Brez train, but also see me on it. So all of Brez's followers will probably want to watch the video if I make a good video and if I structure the thumbnail and the title correctly. So the point is, I'm borrowing his fame to try and get my name out there, which isn't completely authentic. It might not be something I would do if I already had 1 million subscribers. So that's that. The next thing I really liked is, it's kind of the same thing, but his carelessness around his work. He doesn't dress it up anymore. Basically what I've been saying the whole time, but regardless. I really like the way that Mac DeMarco handles his fame. I like how he wears regular clothes. He's super weird. He just does what he wants and people love it. I think I've got to stay true to that because that's why I started my YouTube. And going in there and seeing how impactful he was to so many people really inspired me to stay true to myself and keep going. The other thing I realized is that Mac DeMarco is over 30 years old. I just turned 20 last week. So the authentic route is a much longer game. It's a much longer term commitment. And yes, you can utilize these quick fame exploits, which would be the thumbnails, the titles, the algorithm, utilizing that. You can utilize those, but you have to realize the quicker the fame comes, the shorter it'll last. So if you think about Mac DeMarco, it's been this slow building train. And now the fan base is so strong, it's going to last forever. No matter what he puts out, everyone's going to love it. But if he had sold out and done stuff just for the sake of money, I doubt he would have the same type of fan base he has now. So these are some lessons I learned from Mac DeMarco's concert, his personality, and his journey. And I hope to instill that in my YouTube journey and hopefully help a bunch of people. So if you like this video, subscribe because I'm going to be the next Mac DeMarco. JK. Bye-bye.